BMW S1000XR. Best Motorcycle Review. Sports Performance, Adventure Practicality, 2020 on. The second-generation 2020 BMW S1000XR didn't need to reinvent the wheel. Launched 5 years earlier, the original bike, 2015 to 2019, quickly came to define the adventure sport class, packaging a retuned S1000RR superbike engine and frame with longish travel suspension, adventure bike usability plus decent weather protection and comfort. What's not to like about a practical distance-ready 160 brake horsepower jacked-up sports bike? But while the recipe for the 2020 on model is similar, the XR is actually almost entirely new. The inline-4 999 cubic centimeters engine is the latest powerhouse from the most recent S1000RR, minus its shift cam variable valve timing, and it features the RR's more feelsome flex frame as well. Weight is down, running gear is revised, semi-active suspension is standard, electronics are updated, and there are revisions to the riding position and looks. The S1000XR's ability to slice across the country in a relaxed manner but with band-inducing speed is amazing. You can ride it faster than the donor sports bike, as the riding position gives better control, is less tiring and makes overtaking easier, especially with the added mid-range from the XR spec engine. It feels refined and complete, a motorcycle in its own right rather than a gap-filling Vitza, with an impressive standard spec for the £14,290 base model, 2021 price. Another $2,000 gets you the TE with a full quota of bells and whistles, ride quality and brakes. With a riding position at the aggressive plugged-in end of the adventure spectrum, the way you can hurl the S1000XR around is startling. At low speed it changes direction readily with an up on its tires feel. It's not got the remarkable weightless agility of a GS below 40 miles per hour, but you could never, ever call it unwieldy. And the chassis feels better the faster you go. High-speed corners need little more than a tip of the head in the approximate direction of travel required, with plenty of sure-footed confidence. Yes, the XR handles. The standard-fit semi-active suspension is superior to the optional setup of earlier XR's. Larger damping pistons and a lower operating pressure provide a more supple ride, and the range of adjustment goes further towards soft, and in the standard road setting there's definitely a more absorbent ride quality. The balance between comfort and control is good. Engine. BMW say adventure sports riders use the range from 3000 to 10,000 RPM, so have tuned the S1000RR engine to suit, though this still means a hefty 165.6 brake horsepower on our dyno, which is as much as they claim. It's tall-geared compared to other adventure bikes, though, and with a 12,000 RPM rev limit the XR has streaking long-legged power rather than the traditional punch of twin-cylinder adventure bikes. Fast? Bloody hell yes. Reliability and build quality. There shouldn't be anything to worry about. Earlier XRs, like the BMW S1000RR they're derived from, could have misbehaving gearboxes and a few electronic niggles, but BMW were very aware and have made efforts to sort the job out. Some owners also complained about SOSO finishes to the engine castings and casings, and there were odd grumbles about the fit of the bodywork. Value versus rivals. $14,000 is a significant quantity of folding, but the S1000XR is a lot of motorcycle. As well as its boisterous inline-4 motor and corner-carving chassis, the BMW has a strong standard specification. Find the extra couple of thousand for the TE variant and it's liberally loaded with gizmos and extras. It looks good value, especially as you're buying from a premium brand with a solid reputation. However, with the exception of a semi-active ride, the Kawasaki Versys 1000S gives you all the features and extras of the S1000XR TE, but for $1,000 less than the base model BMW. And while the XR is faster, the Versys is smoother and more comfortable. Equipment. As well as lots of horsepower and superbike-based handling, the XR has a good base specification. Electronic suspension, ESA, cornering ABS, multiple riding modes, rain, road, dynamic, dynamic pro, phone connectivity, separate traction and wheelie control, self-canceling winkers, inbuilt pannier lugs and gloriously simple screen height adjustment are all included for your £14,290. In addition, turn-by-turn navigation can be shown on the dash by downloading an app to your phone, and can also be used for music, phone calls and other distractions if you really must. Stump up £16,220 for the TE model, and your bike will also boast cruise control, scalding heated grips, two-way quickshifter with blipping Wattsit, daytime running lights, cornering lights, keyless ignition, and more. There's no seat height adjustment, electric screen or Ducati-esque radar, but it's an impressive package.